Oh, shoot. I forgot I was on TikTok. All right. So, part two. Okay. So, his type of upset was a different type of upset. And it was very somber. And I didn't, of course, I'm way older now. I was married and everything. Um, but I didn't know what was going on with him. And I said, well, what happened? And it was just like, we already having a wake, a funeral. But this was another funeral, it felt like. And they said he was yelling at granddaddy, and he's yelling at him, and nobody really wanted to say what he was supposed to be mad at them about, because you're gonna have to tell all of us something to why we not finna really, like, he not about to get it. And if we have to get him, like, will he live through it? Like, we don't, because how you gonna excuse you acting like, and he tore up the room, okay. But eventually, it was explained that he was mainly yelling at my grandfather because of what he allowed to happen to him. I don't want to, get too into about his business, but yeah. Not just all one time. Not that they would make any, but just I remember that listening to this Abercrombie and Fitch, and I thought about this is why men have been hollering. We get hurt too. We get abused too. And I think if it wasn't for Antoine Fisher, a lot of us would still be kind of stuck. We owe a lot to that movie. That movie planted a seed. At least for me, I know it did. And I just, it always really, really touched me, because you see and you watching a male go through something that you yourself may have gone through in varying situations and degrees, and you're getting to watch how that affects him throughout his life, and you're able to sympathize and even empathize with certain parts of that. Very impactful. Like Tupac said, sometimes a planted seed is good enough. Because sometimes you may isolate it that, okay, but it don't happen that much to boys. I'm just going to close my door because I think I feel some water, and we not getting ready to do that. The details. The details, y'all. The details. This is you know what? I think I had all the trauma I want to have on this earth at this point. Like, I just, I'm not even a toy, and I know what a toy feels like when it's just broke, when it hit the ground, it's broke, and it can't be fixed, because it's like, any of y'all probably heard more about it than me, because I just heard the detective talk, the briefing, and I saw a little snippet of the young man talk. So I don't know what's all out there. I just know for the past couple, I'm like, nope. I do not want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't care. But somehow I was thinking girls. Do you understand? I was thinking girls. I just talked with the lady. We talked about it was all boys. I didn't even think that they had girl clothes. And I was like, okay, if that's what, some girls like, that's what some girls like. All right, cool. So I figured a guy goes get Abercrombie and Fitch. They really think they about to turn into Mr. Sexy and get all, they're going to steal everybody, girl. But it still felt weird. It felt weird. Didn't know why, but just in your right mind, this is inappropriate. You talk about somebody went to like religious schools, Christian schools, shit like that. And these guys are no shirt, and they're like, we can tell they're trying to be seductive. It's just weird. Okay, so we don't look at that stuff. We don't look at that stuff. I have other videos that I put out on YouTube. Well, they're getting ready to come out, so I'm already in a state. And it's touching on some heavy topics. So it I guess it just opened up the floodways for me to go ahead and just say I'm gonna go ahead and watch, cause Patrick, thank you, Mr. Talk About Everything, did an Abercrombie and Fitch video, and that's where I heard the snippet of the young man, and I said, you gotta be kidding me. And then when I heard the detective, I'm like, oh, this is not a prank. But I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for what I heard. It's so common at this point that there's widespread abuse. We've been hearing about abuse forever. We've been hearing about the Catholic Church. We've been hearing about this, that, and the third. You can't really meet a woman who can sit up here and tell you she has never been violated, especially from as a child, as a baby, as a little girl. I mean, it is hard pressed to meet a woman who has never been violated. That's how common it is for women. And I'm talking about multiple times. The more I keep hearing about babies, boys, you hear it, you see situations, and you still in your head. I think, unconsciously you do stuff like, I don't know, you minimalize it, or you just don't go there. I don't know what happens. It's just, you got to sit in this one. We all got to sit in this one. We got to sit in this one. And I think the justice situation is bringing me to this too. And I hate that, because I try to leave, although I don't be coming out here talking about this stuff, I just try to kind of leave it Justin out of it, even though it's difficult not to. But this man got children, and everybody's out here just keep talking about what he went through, and you weren't there. But it's good people are now speaking up, on his behalf. But my heart has been breaking the past couple of days for this guy. I just yesterday watched Yummy. I never watched the video before. I still wouldn't have understood it then. I wasn't looking for none of that. But we saw what happened. I just talked about that in another video, so I'm not going to get into it. We got to sit in this, y'all. It's time to sit in it. It's time to sit in it. It's time to sit in it. And you're going to sit in it until your butt get raw and you get sepsis. Until you get, and you know what happens when you get sepsis? I'm not saying it right, but who cares? You're going to get MRSA. You're going to get a hole ate in your body. And then you're going to get sepsis in your blood system. And everybody going to perish if we don't get it real with it. This is ridiculous. For this stuff to be so common, everybody's been abused at this point. Commonly, people get into wealth and power at this point to abuse other people. Sexually abused? This is not okay. This is not okay.